Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Samp&Chance. I am your host, Bobby Sampson. I am joined with me, as always, my man with the master plan, Mr. Chance. Michaels, Chance, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Can't complain, man. Tank top season in full effect. We were just talking off air a little bit. I think I need to kind of tighten up a little bit. So let's start that journey now as well, man. Now that I put it out into the public, into the universe, I got to fulfill the
You got
destiny,
no
man.
choice now.
There you go, man. And you know what? I think I did that on purpose.
Yeah. As
I
long
did
as you
that on
believe, as
purpose.
long as you can believe you can do it, you can do it, and the rest is will be history.
Brother, I believe we can accomplish anything if Samp&Chance is a testament to anyone as a motivational piece. I think we are, man. We've defied
For
the
two
odds.
guys from two guys from Vancouver to start a podcast from scratch and to have on some of the guests that we've had on is pretty impressive. I never thought we'd get half the guys that we've had. Pretty
No,
lucky.
and we're being very fortunate. And you know what? We're picking up traction. People are hearing about us.
Yeah.
We're talking to the right people. I think this might be a really cool time to introduce a new member to our little posse.
Yeah.
Let's introduce her. Her name is Lady D. She's going to help us in the back end of our production and our reach and all that kind of good stuff. So we're just getting her up to speed right now.
Yeah.
And eventually, at some point here, we will bring her on, and so you guys can all meet her as well and know who the person behind Samp&Chance is now. We've done as
Looking
much as,
forward to it.
yeah, man. I think we've done as much as we can, possibly on our own, without going to school, without learning what these social media's platforms are all about and whatnot. So between you and I, we've done as much as we possibly can on our own.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot, right down to the editing. I mean, think about it, dude. We started this from scratch.
Yeah, you don't realize we do everything. Everything. We
Yeah.
get the interviews, we study, we
Yeah.
edit, we
Yeah,
post.
yeah.
It's all done in house. Two of us. So
And,
we do
and on top of that, we raise children and we go to work.
well, that too.
So anyone out there who's complaining that they can't work or they can't do anything, let this be motivation, man. We're not complaining. We love our lives. Every day is beautiful. We still get to bed on time. We get our 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours a night. So there's no shortage. We make it work. And you can too, guys. Guys, before anything else, hit that like and subscribe button as well, please.
Yes.
That's all we ask. All right, guys, here we are. 2 sleeps away. 2 sleeps away from the 140 showdown. Now, a lot of people will say that Josh Taylor is still undisputed, considering
That's
the
what they're
fact
saying.
he never lost any of his belts. He had to give them up due to injuries and what have you. Your thoughts on Josh Taylor still being considered as undisputed? Would you still say he is?
I mean, no, because he had to give him up because of injury. It's super unfortunate, but he hasn't lost. So I'd say no. But if he didn't get injured, he probably still would. He's the best at 140.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
technically speaking, he is the best at 140. He is the
yeah.
journeyman of 140. We're seeing a lot of new faces. Teofimo, mind you, this is his. Everyone keeps saying it's his third fight, but he keeps saying it's his fourth fight at 140. I think he
Yeah.
did 140 one time before, a while back, and his last 3 fights, yes, have been at 140. So Josh Taylor, WBO ring champion. Those are the two that he has left. He's putting those on the line against Teofimo Lopez. Both these guys are coming off victories, but this is unique, Chancellor, because it's not often that you look at two guys coming off victories and kind of cringe, thinking,
Yeah, they didn't look that great in their last fights.
well, neither guy really looked like they won the match. Both guys won by split decision. Now, in the case of Josh Taylor, he openly admits that he took Jack Cottrell very lightly. He became undisputed champion, and very similar to what happened to Andy Ruiz, it kind of got to him. He became beside himself. He openly admitted this. He admitted this to Tim Bradley in one of their sit-down interviews that they talked about. He talked about this on the Ariel Awani show as well, saying that, yeah, I didn't prepare. I ate too much, because they were talking about the weight cut. It was hard for him in that fight. And now that we know that he didn't take anything seriously, he didn't train properly, he didn't take the fight seriously. And that's what made it really hard not to take anything away from Jack Cottrell, because Cottrell looked amazing in his last fight.
I find some guys say that after other point looks so good. They couldn't train as hard as they always do. They just use that as an excuse. I don't know what's up with Taylor. You'll never hear Mayweather or Pacquiao say we didn't train our hardest. They always say we give it our all. They don't make excuses like we didn't train, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, regardless of it, I admire him for his honesty. I mean,
Yep.
as bad as it sounds, I mean, that's probably the truth.
It's probably the truth.
He he let himself go. He had too much fun, so to speak, and he took the fight lightly. I mean, let's look at it from this perspective. I took opportunity here to kind of break down a little bit of their last 4 fights each, right? But let's just look at the list of both these guys. So in Josh Taylor's case here, okay, he's coming into this fight 19-0 with 13 KOs. Guy's a southpaw. He's a brawler. Neither one of them likes to throw a jab very well,
No,
much,
not really.
right? They're not much of jab throwers at all. But let's look at this. Regis Prograis, Jose Ramirez, Ivan Barnacek, Victor Pistol, and Jack Cottrell. Okay, those are the guys that he fought.
Yeah.
Now, Regis Prograis is no joke. That guy took him to the fucking limit.
Oh yeah.
Right. Two things. Josh Taylor can take a punch. We found out from that fight, and he can dish it out and he can take it. So that says something right there. Now the hand injury, most recently the foot injury. That one, I don't even know if that's fully healed. To be fair,
not really saying. I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. And that one, that could hold you back. Let's think about it. When you have to go to the weight cut, you have to run, you have to skip rope, you have to dance around. Boxing is all about the dance, man. It's a dance, literally.
You had a foot problem. That could hinder you big time.
That could hinder him.
Somebody that hits as hard as Teofimo does.
Right. But here's the thing. Teo's, that you mentioned that. Teo, in my opinion, I don't think Teo's powers translated the way a lot of people thought it would have from 135 to 140, though.
No, because as you get to 140, the guys are bigger, right?
So well, that's the thing. And that's the thing, right? So, I don't know if Josh Taylor is in any kind of, like, considering that fight with Regis Prograis. Like, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, please go watch that fight and you'll know what I'm talking about. All right? Take nothing away from Teo. I love the guy. I think he's amazing. I think, he's going through a lot right now, personally.
Yeah, as well. Sounds a little bit off.
Yeah, he seems a little off. I mean, he's going through a divorce. He's going through a lot of different things. I get that. Mentally, I just don't feel he's there right now. I just feel like he's saying all the right things, but there's something amiss with him. He's been
saying some, no, you're right. He's been saying some weird stuff. He's talking about he wants to kill his opponent in the ring. He's talking about, do you see the press conference? He's talking about, I aim for death.
Yeah.
For life. Weird out of this box stuff.
Life begins after death.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
but because Josh
some dark stuff.
Well, that's the thing, because I mean, he keeps quoting Mike Tyson, right? The Top Rank interview that they did remotely. I think that was a couple of weeks ago, where Josh was still in England and blah blah blah. They did that piece. He kept quoting Mike Tyson. He's been doing the same thing on Fight Hub Radio or Fight Hub, an interview that I watched, and he went into a bit more detail about it. And I can't fault the guy for what he's saying, because he's not wrong. If you think about it, in boxing, and we don't touch on this enough, right? I mean, on average, 6 to 8 guys or girls die a year from boxing.
Yeah, no, he's got a point. But then did you see the press conference in person they had?
Yeah. No.
I get it. Again, and
I get it.
He's a clown. He's a clown.
No, he kept calling him a clown. He's saying he's going to decapitate him. Here's the thing. I'm not taking sides here, but how much different is killing someone compared to decapitating someone? I mean, both things will have the same effect.
Yep. That's true.
Right? So, I mean, both guys are saying it. Both guys have a legit hatred for one another. I think
the hate's genuine.
Right? The hate is genuine there, because I think Teo is just saying so much outlandish and just really, really weird stuff, man. Like,
that's what I mean. There's something off. Like, it's good to say, like, Mayweather's outlandish stuff.
Yeah,
some of the stuff Teo's saying is like he's not right up top.
No, and I mean, if you go back, look up that Fight Hub, he goes into a lot of detail about his divorce that he's going through right now, right? And I think that's affecting him a lot more. I don't know, I'm not in his mind.
Yeah,
right? But I think that's affecting him a lot more than is being led on, and he's giving hints of it being bothersome.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like, I mean, he talked about it like, she took my G-Wagon. She's taken half of everything I got. Like, he's openly talking about it. Like, that, right.
And that's what happens in marriage, too. When you got a rich guy, the woman leaves it.
Right. And then he starts talking. And so they ask him, how are you dealing with it? And he starts going into scriptures, talking about the book of Job, and and I get it. I see what you're reaching for. You're looking for some solace. You're looking for some something to calm you, and I get that, and I hope he figures it out, right?
I like Teofimo. He's a nice
I
guy. When
do.
he's a cool guy.
I think he's great.
He's
I have
different off
nothing.
camera than on camera, as we found out.
No, I think so, absolutely. And in that Fight Hub video, you start to see the Theo that we met.
Yeah,
you know,
he's very
like,
humble, very appreciative.
he got into it. And here's another really interesting point: his dad's not being around.
That's a good thing for him.
No, but his dad will be in his corner, but he's
That's not a good thing for him.
No, it's him and his dad. So they asked him, like, okay, so what, so here's some of the things here I'm gonna say here. First off, I look at Josh Taylor, southpaw, brawler, heavy hitter.
Oh yeah.
Okay. He's saying 6 to 8 rounds, he's gonna knock him out. Teofimo, the younger, the fresher fighter of the two, I will say.
Yep.
But
Teofimo's only 25. People forget that.
No, I get that, but he's not looked right since that 12th round of Lomachenko.
No, he hasn't been the same.
Now, he beat Lomachenko, but he beat a one-armed Lomachenko.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring this up, to diminish him or anything. I'm only bringing it up to make a point of what we've seen of him, right?
He did better against Lomachenko than Haney did.
No, I believe he did, absolutely, right? But, okay, let's look at his last 4 fights, okay?
Yeah.
Vasily Lomachenko, okay? Sandor Martin, which a lot of people thought he lost. He got knocked down there, right?
Yeah.
George Kambosos Jr., the man a lot of people think that took his spirit. He got knocked down there.
Never been the same since that fight.
He's never been the same. A lot of people say he hasn't been the same since that 12th round, right?
Yeah.
And then Nakatani. I mean, fair enough. That was his to lose if he was going to lose it. He did it, right?
Yeah.
But that Kambosos fight, that Sandor fight after, that's saying a lot, man. I mean, he hasn't recovered from those two, to be honest. Now, the fact that I've seen him get knocked down as well from lesser punchers.
I know.
Right? And you're going to go up against a brawler here.
So, if anything's going to motivate Teo to get those 2 belts, right? He wants to put on a big show. It's at Madison Square Garden, but it's in the theater. It's not in the actual, it's in the theater part of Madison Square Garden. So
No. It's at the Hulu Theater.
Yeah.
It's going to be, it's Puerto Rico weekend in New York as well, right? So
they'll sell it out. I think.
Oh no, it'll sell out. It's already sold out, man. I mean, this is huge.
I wish Bob Arum would come to Teofimo, pull him aside and say, listen, you're my fighter, but your dad is trouble. He's not good for you in the corner. You're 25. You want to become a champ and get on the Mayweather-Pacquiao train, you got to get rid of Pops. I wish Bob, or maybe he has. Somebody's got to say something to him.
Well, here's the thing. So Teo's basically come out and said, they asked him, so is this your last fight with Top Rank? And Teo basically said that, no, I'm signed till 2024, but he hopes that they buy him out. Because what he wants to do is take his promotion and build fighters around it and work with the networks as his own kind of a deal.
The way he talks and the way he acts, they won't deal with him.
Possibly.
He's too much of a wild card.
Yeah, he is a wild card, man. But like I said, I mean, with age and stuff like that, let's see. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm trying to be as positive as I possibly can because, I like him. I really, truly do.
Something's not right though here. So something's off.
Something's off on him. And, we could all be fooled here. He could be fooling us all, man.
That could be. Yeah.
Right. He could be playing duck. I mean, okay, here's how I look at it very simply. For Teofimo to win this fight, he has to fight like he fought Lomachenko.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Josh Taylor's any Lomachenko, but we're talking a heavier weight. We're talking a heavier puncher, right? And I think that Josh
Taylor's younger than Lomachenko too.
Yeah, a little bit. Here's the thing, man. Fuck.
Taylor's the favorite going into the fight.
Well, I thought Teo was.
No, Taylor's the favorite.
Taylor's the favorite. Okay. Well, you know what? Here's the thing, man. I'm gonna have to go with Josh Taylor right now. I really have to. I mean, as much my heart wants Teo to win. It truly does. I would love to see him.
A few days ago, I was thinking Teo was going to win. He's got he's a heavy hitter. But then listening to him talk, the more and more I hear him talk, I don't know, man. I just don't trust him to win the fight. I think Taylor's going to stop it in the 10th, 11th round. I think Taylor's going to get him out of there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quicker than that. I'm going to say, before the 8th round. Right? I mean,
there's gonna be a war though. Teo don't back down. He's gonna
no. Teo's not gonna. Yeah, he's got a lot of dog in him. But here's the thing: the one I think advantage that Teo has is that he's fought more than Josh has. Josh hasn't fought since February. It's been 16 months now.
A long layoff.
Right? It's been a long layoff since he's last fight Cottrell. I mean,
Yeah.
he's lost 3 of his belts in that time. So I mean, this guy's
Plus,
coming
he might
back.
have a foot injury. We're not sure
Well,
about.
we don't know, right? But I mean, out of the 2 of them, I think we're seeing more confidence. We're seeing a bit more mental stability, to be fair, with Josh
Yep,
Taylor right
absolutely.
now. Teo just looks off a little bit, in my opinion. That being said, I have to go with Josh Taylor in this fight now. Like I was with you when we talked about it briefly on Tuesday. We both said, yeah, Teo, right? But now I'm looking at it more and more. I think the only way Teo can win this fight is if he gets into that rhythm that he can. If he
Yeah.
can get into that rhythm and he can start moving and joking and jiving, I think then he has a chance. But the way it looks right now, the way, based on past fights and everything, just based on what we have to work with, I got to give this to Josh an 8, man.
Yeah, I think I got Josh to 10, 11th round. I want Teofimo to win. I'm going to cheer for us because we met him. He was so nice to us.
Yep.
He was good. So I'm cheering for him to win, but I got to call it as I see it. And
No, no, and then this is the hard part of this show.
Yeah.
Right. We've officially hit that where we've met some of the talent, we've met some of the athletes, we've built bonds with some of these guys and girls, and it's kind of hard to want to go against them, but we are in the business of calling it the way it needs to be called.
Yeah.
And right now, Mr. Lopez, I'm sorry, brother. I hope everything works out and you figure this out. I hope you win, so this helps you figure it out.
I think both guys are super motivated here because Teo wants those belts.
Yeah.
Josh doesn't like Teo. Josh hasn't fought since Cottrell. He lost his belts. So I think both guys are going to see a best versions of both of them. Yeah.
I think we are. I think this is
be a hell of a fight.
I think this is what a lot of people are missing out on. I mean, yeah, I think this is going to be better than Tank and Ryan. I think any fight will be better than Tank and Ryan right now, right? I mean, this potentially could be a barn burner or it could be a snooze. I don't know, but I'm leaning more.
This is, I think, going to be like more of a slugfest where Haney and Lomachenko was like technical 2 of the best in the world. This is going to be 2 guys who's brawling.
No, it's going to be a brawler. I mean, he is a brawler, right? I mean, if you want to think, if any of the 2 are technical, it's Teo. But Teo can brawl too. So, I mean, they're both going to have to come out hard, man. They're going to have to come out hard and they're going to have to hit hard. And I think that if that's the case, that's where I keep going back to Josh. I've seen Teo get knocked down by lesser punches.
And Josh just seems so cool, so calm, so calm. Even when he's just calling him a clown, he's not getting all revved up. It's like he's a clown, but he's still like in control,
Yeah, no, 100%.
Teo seems he's looking all over the place. He's up here, he's down there. Like like you said, he could be playing possum. I don't know. We're gonna find out in 2 nights.
No, we'll find out. Like I said, I mean, my heart wants Teo to win because, like you said, we have some sort of a connection with them.
And he was really good to us, really nice, very friendly.
Very nice, very generous, very kind. But unfortunately, one can argue.
We gotta say that Josh will win. Yeah, we gotta call it as we see it.
Yeah. Josh is gonna win this fight, man. Unfortunately, but then again, you know what? This is one of those times. This is one of those times where I wish I'm wrong.
Yeah, me too. I'd like to see Teo win. He still could. It's not a slam dunk.
No, it is not.
I don't see this going to decision. I see somebody's going down here.
I think so too. This is not going to be one of those
raffle stop in, maybe wave it off kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to be the case at all here. I think we're basically going to get a finishing here. Hey, guess what? Xander Zayas is also on this card.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I love Xander. Guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, watch this kid. He's in the co-main event of this card. This prospect, I guarantee, is going to be one of the bigger names. He's going to be the biggest Puerto Rican boxer, in my opinion. He's going to be the next face of Puerto Rico.
Yeah, you like Miguel Cotto, he's coming up.
Yeah, he's coming up hard, and he's fighting Ronald Cruz. Jermaine Ortiz, we don't know who he's fighting yet. Robinson Caneo against Nicholas Polanco. So this is a pretty good card, man. I really like it. Yeah, the card is pretty decent too.
Old man Bob stacked the card here. He's giving a good show to Bob.
Respect to Bob Era, man. I mean,
speaking of old men, 91. There's another guy who's 91. Don King. He's got a fight going on too on Saturday. He's got
Adrian Broner
in Miami.
Yeah, so that's actually tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow at the casino.
Yeah.
And if you want it's only reasonable price, $24 you buy on the Fight Network.
Yeah.
$24.99.
So Fight Network spelled FITE.
That's right.
Network, right? So Bronner Hutchinson, that's tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4
And
p.m.
I'll tell you something right now. When I went to watch Broner Pacquiao in, what year was that? 2018, maybe 2019. Can't remember what year it was.
Yeah.
At MGM, Pacquiao whooped his butt. But anyways, when I was on the casino floor, all of Broner's friends were there, to put it nicely. They all wearing the Broner jacket. They were some of those rudest, crudest jerks, gangster style guys,
Really,
throwing traps, bumping into people, acting like fools. Man, I'm glad Pacquiao whooped his butt because they were straight clowns. I knew who they were because they were wearing Team Broner jackets.
Wait a minute. So when we were in Vegas for the Shakur Valdez fight, remember we saw that guy that looked like Adrian Bronner?
Mm-hmm.
And you told me to go see if it was him?
Yeah.
If his friends were all dicks, why'd you send me, man?
Test it out. They were being rude to people,
though.
bumping people, like just being clowns, right? Like
no. You can see the levels of different people and their camps.
Well, look, he's with Don King right now, right? He's got nowhere left.
There you go. Right. So I mean, think about it. When we were there for the Caleb Plant Benavidez fight, I'll tell you what, man, the Camp Benavidez, nicest people in the world. They took the time to talk to us. They took the time to give us that time. And that was on a Friday night. On the Saturday, after everything was done, I walked by them and they still remembered who we were.
That's cool.
Right? So that, mad respect. Speaking of Bivol, Bivol, Canelo, Benavidez, the love triangle continues. You ready for this?
I heard this, I know you're going, but I'll let you say it.
Yeah. So Bivol is saying his manager came out and said that we do not want to accept the fight at 175 because Canelo's camp has pushed over a contract, same money, same terms, same everything. His manager saying, why would we accept that? We beat you. We beat you easily. It wasn't even a question of we beating you. You lost.
Yeah.
Right? There's no controversy.
No.
So how do you expect us to come back at 175, fight you again with all the same on your terms again? That's not right. I'm sorry. Canelo, in my opinion, he went to the school of Floyd Mayweather, as we've talked about many times before.
Yeah.
And a lot of what he's done has been right, but I think he's fucked himself. He's painted himself in a corner. He's got 3 fights that he can pick out of. Belangra, in my opinion, Benavidez, and Bivol. But Bivol doesn't want to go to 170.
Actually, I heard today that Canelo's saying if Bivol doesn't want it, he'll take the winner of Callum Smith, Arthur Beterbiev.
He just wants to go to 175. And you know what the thing is? Out of those two, if you thought he got his ass kicked the first time, Beterbiev beat the shit out of him.
Oh, that guy's a monster, dude.
What is he even thinking going that route?
I guess he figures Beterbiev is a little bit older, a little bit slower. It's hard. I don't know what he's thinking. That fight won't be in Canada. He'll make him come over to Vegas or Mexico.
Yeah, but I don't think even Beterbiev wants that. Like Bivol's camp is basically saying we're not interested. We'll talk if you want to go to 168 and challenge for your titles. Fair enough, right? I think that's the fair call. They haven't done nothing wrong. They did everything right. Plus they won. If they didn't win, fair enough. You can argue.
Then Canelo calls the shots.
Yeah, but the guy won. You can't call the shots when the other guy wins. It's like saying It's like saying Floyd beat Canelo. Okay. Yeah. And what was that weight? What did they do it at? 168?
154.
154, right? So Canelo says, okay, fine. I want a rematch, but I want to fight you at 154 again, sort of a deal. Or would Floyd do that?
No. Floyd calls the shot.
Right. Exactly. Bivol or Benavidez's camp has put out Samson Lukowicz, his promoter. I gotta like that guy's name, by the way. He's put out a $50 million offer to Canelo, saying we will pay him $50 million.
Yeah, let's get it on.
Benavidez will take the minimum. That's how confident he is.
That'd be a hell of a fight. That'd be a big pay-per-view.
So you're looking at Undisputed, Canelo making $50 million, and your challenger, the guy you're ducking, is going to make maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
That shows me how confident David Benavidez is that he can beat him, take the straps, and then go and make all the money.
That's his plan. He may not be able to beat Canelo, but that's definitely what he's thinking, though. You're 100% right on that.
Right? So, I mean, I don't know. The drama unfolds. We're in June. We're almost at the midpoint of June, right?
Yeah, then we
June.
got Spence Crawford officially announced for July 22nd.
Yeah,
Next week they're doing their two city American tours, and they
yeah,
go to New
yeah.
York.
13th, the 13th in LA and the 14th in New York.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, no, for
Tickets are
sure.
through the roof. You need at least $1,000 American to even walk in that door.
Yeah,
At least.
no. I think I'm gonna
Crazy.
sit at home and buy a couple of cans from the local establishment at home and just watch it peacefully on my couch.
Yeah, that's
I can't,
pricey.
yeah, I can't afford this one, man. This one's way too expensive.
Yeah.
Um,
And plus, don't forget all the hotel rooms are going to be triple, all the flights, everything. It's not just the ticket; it's everything else goes up with it.
no, 100%. I mean, it's one of those kind of things where you're better off just coming to fly in for the fight and fly out home. If you're gonna do it. Fuck the hotel, fuck everything else. Just hang out on the strip. I mean, it's all night, right? You can waste your time all day.
I mean, there's a lot of places that play the fight there, but if you're there, you want to watch it live. You could watch it at a bar or casino. It's not the same. If you're there, you want to be in the arena to watch
Oh
it.
no. If I were to go to Vegas for the fight, I think that's how I would do it. I mean, at the end of the day, let's think about it. The fight ticket's $1,000, right? The fight's going to cost us about 800.
Yeah,
That's $1,800 right there, right? You throw in a hotel if you really need a place to sleep. I figure I would do.
$400.
I saw this person on Vegas. They literally had one little bag and they didn't have a hotel. I was talking to the person. They went into gamble for the night and they flew out the next morning.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. 24 hours, stay up, drink all night, do whatever you want, get out in the morning because you're up to 2, 3 in the morning anyways there.
Exactly.
You're not in bed before midnight in Vegas. You can't.
No. It's kind of like me. I finished everything, running around, talking to people. It was about 3:30 in the morning. Walked back to the hotel room, grabbed my shit, and went to the airport.
Yeah, see?
Right? Literally, I mean, I think Friday was the only day that I spent in the room where I actually slept. Friday till Saturday. Yeah, Friday till Saturday morning.
That better BF fight with Callum Smith fight's looking pretty good too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well in Montreal. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
That's a big fight. They'll sell that out.
No, 100%. All right, Chance, I tell you what, man, we've given our prediction. We've given our thoughts and ideas and, what we think. We're both in agreement. Josh Taylor takes this one. Something's not right with Teo. No. But that all being said, we're only basing our thoughts, our opinions on this based on what we've seen and what we've heard. And
we are cheering for Teo.
We are both cheering for Teo, to be completely honest. I want him to win only because I think he needs this more than Josh does. Honestly, this is I think this is bigger than boxing for him right now. He needs this for his sanity. He needs this for his stability.
If he loses this fight, I don't know what's going to happen to him next night. I don't know.
I have a feeling if Teofimo loses this fight, and this is one of those times where I wish he's not listening to our show. I sincerely feel that he's going to become one of those recluse old men, but as a young man, living in his previous glory, thinking, just building up a persona and a truth that's not real, but he's so far gone that he's going to believe it himself.
He might end up like Adrian Broner.
He might end up like an Adrian Broner. He might. There's a term here. I'm trying.
So speaking of that, you hear that Tank Davis that he got arrested there?
He got arrested because he was staying at the Four Seasons Hotel and he was staying at a penthouse and he was not staying at Calvin Ford's house as he was supposed to. And also his house got broken into and they stole 7 cars recently.
Yes, there's a bunch of memorabilia out of his room. Well, this guy needs to get it together, man. Calvin Ford shouldn't let him do that. Well, Calvin Ford, you're supposed to stay here. You're on probation. Stay here, champ. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If he's not listening to Calvin Ford, and if there's anybody he should be listening to, fuck it. I would listen to Calvin Ford.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Right? That's one man I look at and go, he is legit. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, how can you say that,
Tank's out of control.
Tank is out of control. And I mean, at the end of the day, what are you going to do with this guy?
He's going to end up in jail one time, man, here for like Floyd Mayweather or Mike Tyson or something. He doesn't watch himself.
Dude's in jail already.
So like some serious time. Like Mayweather did 9 months of beating his woman. Tyson did a few years. He might get some real time.
Well, I mean, you know what? I hate to say it, but I mean, if you think about it, real time changed Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that changed everything about him. I'm just trying to find this term here while we're talking. Do you have anything?
I do. This day in boxing history, 21 years ago today,
Yeah.
Mike Tyson got knocked out by Lennox Lewis. Big fight. It wasn't an upset because Tyson was already on the decline boxing wise, but
Yeah.
Lewis whooped his butt.
No, fair enough, man.
Too big, too strong, and too long. Maybe 20 years prior, Tyson could have beat him, but at that point, Tyson was almost shot.
Yeah.
21 years ago today, Lennox Lewis beat Iron Mike. Knocked him
There you
out.
go. There you go, man. Okay, I can't find it here, but there is an actual term here. Tim Bradley was talking about it.
Oh, speaking of that, Teofimo was taking shots at Bradley, saying you shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. No, he's taking shots
at the top ranked crew.
Well, he took shots at Bradley
and
Andre Ward, saying that they show more. They show more leniency. They show more. They seem to promote the black fighters more than they do the Latino fighters.
With Bradley, I totally disagree with him. That Bradley is right down the middle, honest, genuine guy. Ward, maybe at times you could see it in the Haney Lomachenko fight how he reacted to it.
Well, we saw it there, right? I mean,
Bradley, absolutely not. He's first class. He's a former Army guy. He's a great man. He had those wars with Pacquiao. Like, he's first class all the way. Bradley's not a bias. Bradley don't care for yellow, brown, white, black, or blue. He calls it as he sees it. Ward is a little more,
Well, here's what Bradley said, right? And this is exactly ties in. I didn't read this. I just saw this right now. So if I can share this with you.
Yeah.
He said Josh Taylor should win. I've always said to Teo, and he said this to him, right? I said, man, when you're 100% mentally on point, no one can beat you. No one can beat you. I've always told him that. If he's 100% mentally focused and dedicated without a whole bunch of influence outside of the ring, no one can beat him. We're on something here then.
We're already saying that.
Right?
I just wish, Bob probably has Bob's got opponents that listen to me, son. I'm 91. I've went from Ali to Pacquiao to Mayweather to I've done them all. Get rid of your camp, bring in some good guys, and you could be on those guys' level. If you don't, you're going to be like Adrian Broner. All the talent, but not up here, smart enough. And so we'll find out Saturday. But he's on a bad path here, man.
Well, let's hope. Let's find out. Like I said, he looked good. He looked healthy. Everything looks good for him. I think all his damage, all his bruises, are inside where we can't see.
But if he's pissed at his wife for divorcing him, he might just go and slug it and just get a lucky hit, and down goes Taylor. So anything can happen. This is a slug.
I love boxing. This is why we love boxing.
Yeah.
Right. We can sit here and talk and talk and talk, and the outcome can be completely opposite to anything we say. Right.
All the time. Yeah.
Right. So we could gear up, have our popcorn, our chips, Coke Zero, Diet Pepsi over on this side of the fence.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have any Bud Light, but you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, we can sit there, take that bite of that first chip, and the fight's over.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen in boxing.
No, we do not know. That's what makes it so fun. That's what makes it so interesting for us, that we get to break it down and talk about it the way we can. Guys and girls.
Why we love it.
That's why we love it. Mike Tyson got defeated today. In 2 days' time, we will find out who's now the 140 champion. We got it in a bag, man. All right. On that note, let's wrap it up. But before we do, a big shout out to Lady D. Thank you for joining the team once again. We're looking forward to all the things that we get to do all together. That being said, Chance, we did an interview which we will be releasing probably tomorrow, just to get it out there in terms of the quality. It was with John Crothaw, who's the author of this book here, The Bushwhacker's Autobiography. Yeah, we got a great chance to sit down and talk to him, pick his brain. We'll probably have him back on again. I want to say what we're doing Monday, but I'm not going to say it because you never know, right?
Wait till it happens.
Yeah, we'll wait till it happens, but we got something really cool for you guys. Another part 2. Can't wait for that one. I'm really, really excited. Normally, I can't wait for, I despise the weekend ending, but this is one time I'm looking forward to a Monday.
Yeah, me too.
Right? Outside of Monday Night Raw, obviously. All right. All that being said, anything else? You got it?
Yeah, man, we covered it all.
All right, guys. That being said, my name is Bobby Sampson. I'm joined with my man, Mr. Chance Michaels.
The words of the great AC/DC. Those that download, like, and subscribe to the podcast, we salute you.
We do salute you. And in the words of Ed Whalen, in the meantime, and in between time, that's it for Samp&Chance. Teofimo Lopez, please get yourself right. We're cheering for you. Prove us wrong, brother. Samp&Chance out. Have a great one, everybody.